Welcome to the Nature Photo Guys podcast,
where we talk about nature photography, from gear to our philosophies and everything in between.
So grab a cup of coffee, sit back and relax.
You're listening to Joe Desjardins
and Chris Gibbs, the Nature Photo Guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Nature Photo Guys podcast for 2022.
Welcome.
I guess we have to apologize. We haven't been around for a few months.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons is the good old sickness that was going around. I was a little under the weather. Chris was a lot under the weather.
And sounded like this for a while.
Exactly. Yeah. He just came back, like last week, right?
Yeah.
As far as he was a good 20 days gone. So, so now we're gonna talk about the previous year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good year.
It was a great year. Yeah, we had lots of adventures for sure.
It was a really good year for photography.
Yeah.
We may not have shown a whole lot of the video for it, but we have been posting a lot of it on Facebook and the Instagram reels, right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
And you know what? It seems to be the way to go. Those Instagram reels have sure been getting the views, right?
Well, it's funny. Like some of them just get like 3,000, 4,000 views instantly. Yet on the regular wall, they're a lot less. And I'm finding that the reels tend to bring a lot of followers in, right?
Well, and that's it. Like our Nature Photo Guys podcast, Instagram kind of blew up in the last few months.
Did, yeah. Nice to see.
And the other thing too, I've noticed is some of our videos have actually, reached over 100,000 K, right? You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
And we're looking at that, and then we're looking at the one cub, that little cinnamon cub you posted.
Oh yeah.
And it's so weird how the algorithms work, because something we think that's cute and cuddly that's going to take off, it was like 400 or 500 views and stuff,
I know.
whereas the other ones were in the 5, 6, 7,000 K within the first 24 hours, right?
Yeah, isn't
so
that funny?
You just don't know.
I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if we ever will, but it's fun playing with it for sure.
I think it just changes all the time.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna start posting a lot more to the reels on Instagram. It seems to be the way. Instagram actually announced that's the way it's gonna go.
Yep.
As far as growing your following, it's almost like they're switching over to a video platform like TikTok.
Yeah, they pretty much said they're no longer really a photo sharing app, right? So,
they're a video sharing
all about
app.
video, I guess.
Yeah. And you know what? I think people are just loving the whole video thing.
Yeah.
So I guess that, actually we'll wait for that topic.
Sure.
This past year, we had a really good spring and a really good fall. So, we did get our bears this past spring, right?
Yeah, we did. We had some really cool experiences for sure.
Yeah, especially with the snow, right?
Yes. Yeah, seeing them in the snow.
You posted that really cool video of that black bear sow, and they're all color phases, meaning they're not black. They're still black bears, but they're like either cinnamon or brown or whatever. And you had those 3 cubs nursing.
Yes, that was pretty amazing.
In the snow.
In the snow, yeah.
In the snow. So, again, that was on one of my workshops, and in Waterton. And it just, you never know what you're going to get down there in the Rockies, right?
It's funny that weekend, I think I saw more wildlife in a 3-day period than I've seen in years. Like we saw so many animals that weekend.
That's right.
It was unbelievable.
And why did we? And it was miserable.
Yeah.
It was snowing.
Yeah.
It was cold. But, I found with that in the past, it gets the animals moving, right? They're out there feeding. They're trying to stay warm, all that kind of stuff. So it was an incredible spring.
And, it was nice the fact that it actually kept a lot of people away. So we kind of had
it was
a few days to ourselves.
We were anticipating a really busy weekend.
Yeah.
There was like nobody there,
There was
right?
nobody there
It was
at all.
just like...
It was awesome.
Some of my participants that have been with me for the last 6 or 7 years have said it's one of the best springs they've ever. And not that any of the other ones weren't bad. It's just this one here was just over the top, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So, but disclaimer: wildlife photography. The next one, you could not see anything.
You got to go in that thinking that, right? So everything's a bonus. Right?
It is. I was actually talking about this past weekend about the pressures of running a workshop and getting into wildlife.
Oh.
And one of my friends that have been coming, we talked about it yesterday because she had actually introduced me to a really wicked experience. And she was like, "Oh, I'm so glad they were there. You know, that they, the scene was gone and you'd never see what I saw, and stuff like that."
Yeah.
And she said, "I've just felt this pressure." And I said, "Now you know how I feel for
Isn't that
every
funny?
workshop, the pressure of seeing wildlife, right?"
Yeah.
So actually, in the beginning, I used to call it a wildlife weekend, like workshop.
Yeah.
And I had to change it to nature
Sure.
because,
Yeah.
as much as we love to see wildlife, there's never that guarantee.
No.
But I do a lot of other things along with it,
You do,
right?
yep. Oh, for sure,
Now, this
yeah.
isn't a plug for the workshops. It's just we're just trying to reiterate, like, the fact that wildlife photography is very unpredictable, right?
But Waterton's amazing as in itself, right? So I mean, whatever nature is happening, whether it's snowing or cloudy or sun or whatever, it's
the rain coming down, whatever.
It's
right?
a beautiful location
Yeah, you
any
bet.
day that
Yeah.
you're there, right? So
Yeah, you bet.
You
So-
can't beat Waterton.
So we had a wicked spring,
Yep.
and then this fall for the elk rut was
elk rut
just
was amazing.
insane.
Yeah.
And again, we didn't take a whole lot of video, but we're going to segue into that, right? As far as the video stuff goes. But we're shooting a little more, and I think you'll see this year we're going to have a whole lot more video. Chris is going to talk about a setup that he's got, more of a run and gun setup, but it might actually be a separate video.
Yeah, I think look for a future video. There's definitely some ideas I have, and love to show you guys what I'm thinking for this year. More of a hybrid scenario. So look for a future video on that one. But yeah, I think you'll see a lot more video this year. I'm hoping for sure from both of us, right?
And what I mean by more video is obviously to the social media platforms, and there's going to be a lot more wildlife video integrated into our YouTube channels, right?
Yeah, I
so
think
not
so,
a whole lot of just of us talking, but you're going to see a lot more interaction there. So
Sure, some more visuals, more scenic stuff too, right?
Yeah,
Not just
100%.
wildlife. So some beautiful sunsets and sunrises, hopefully. So
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
we'll see
yeah,
what
for sure.
comes. So
And you know what, guys? It's not just about photographing or taking video of wildlife. It's about the people you meet and, the fun you're having with them, It's the dinners afterwards, right?
Yeah,
Where you kind of review the day and, you have a bevy and then just have some fun, right? I mean, I look forward to that just as much as the day, right?
Well, it's funny because we're all the same like-minded individuals, with the same interest, video, photo, wildlife, and nature, right?
Yeah.
So it's a different conversation than you have with somebody that isn't interested in that,
That's
right? So
right, that's
it's
right.
nice. It's kind of like an escape. You can talk about the things you love and you're passionate about.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And and this past fall, we actually ran into one of the Wild and Exposed dudes, Mark Raycroft, and he was creating a whole bunch of cool content out there that
He was.
in an interesting way. So I'm sure you guys will be seeing that on some of their videos. But it was an incredible spring, incredible fall. Didn't do a whole lot during the summer. It was more, maybe some sunrise, sunset shoots.
Well, it was pretty hot a lot of the summer out here in Alberta, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
It's not normally as hot as it was for that long, so it was unfortunate that not all the animals are out in the middle of the 35 degrees Celsius day.
Well, and that's it, right? So, but spring and fall are kind of my favorite times of the year. Winter too. I mean, I got some winter footage there. Hoping that the next couple months will produce some good snowfall and some good wildlife opportunities. But
Sure.
right now it's the middle of January. It's been above zero for I don't know how many days.
Yeah.
And if you look outside, it's just brown grass. And I was out
Lots of
in
melt.
I was out west yesterday, Canmore, Banff area. And there's hardly any snow.
Is that right? Yeah.
It's like, I mean, there is along the bow and stuff like that, but I mean, in
Melted
general,
pretty quick.
it just looks like blah, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get some of those, a couple of nice winter days, some snow out there to get on the snowshoes. And
I don't think we're out of the woods yet.
No, God, no.
I think we'll get those.
Yeah, 100%. And we really enjoy tracking and that kind of stuff too, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see what the winter brings.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a recap of what we did this past year. you'll be seeing a lot of that content, upcoming videos, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We just didn't really get it out at the time. This
No,
past year.
it's funny, while I was sick over the last few weeks there, I actually finally had an opportunity to look back and start working on some of my photos and editing some of these. There was photos I had and videos I hadn't even edited from Waterton last spring.
Oh, really?
That I was finally just getting to, but I finally got through a bunch and have been posting a bunch too, right? So it's finally nice to get to that, and it's a good way to just kick off the year. And
I was the same way. Like
Right,
I was so concentrating on the fall rut that I thought, I'll check out my my spring bear trip, and I'm like, oh, I've looked at 500 out of 7,500 photos. I'm like, I totally forgot the spring because I was concentrating on the, and then you start finding these little gems, and it's like, oh crap, I got to get that stuff out too.
Yeah.
And then I had a ton of these little short video clips and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I forgot about that. Because you're concentrating on the most recent trips.
Yeah.
Forgetting about, because spring I was on workshops and personal trips and stuff like that too. And I'm just like, oh my God. So it's hard to catch up sometimes.
It is, yeah.
Because we have our daily lives too, right?
Yeah, for sure, yeah. And it's funny, some of the stuff I was editing from Waterton, as we saw a sandhill crane in the snow a few times, right?
Yeah.
So I posted that, and a few people commented, "Oh my God, did he forget to migrate? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah,
No, sorry, this was from the spring.
Exactly. No, I totally get that, right?
Yeah.
So
But by the time you get to some of this stuff, it's way in the past, and that's fine. So still need to see and display.
I'm still posting photos from 5 years ago. Like,
Sure.
These kind of photos, you got to understand that they're timeless, right? So they're nature photos, right?
Yeah.
So when you get to them, you get to them, right? You
Yes.
know? And I mean, it's good winter projects. Sit down, grab a coffee, and sit there and edit for a while.
For sure.
But
it's funny. There's a lot less photos over time as you get more skilled, and I mean, the Wild and Exposed podcast guys talk about this as well. As you get more skilled, you end up keeping a lot less photos than you used to, I find.
Didn't Jason just mention that?
Jason just mentioned, I was watching a podcast or listening to a podcast of theirs, and Jason was mentioning the same thing.
Yeah.
He's found his skill over time has changed, and he had 27,000 photos, and he, at the end of the day, he's got 5 to 7 really good keepers that are amazing. He still keeps a whole bunch of them.
For sure. Right? I mean, there's always a lot of photos that are top notch, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's it's those killer, like over the top, like holy crap, I can't believe that just happened, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get a handful of those from a trip or something, and you're over the top.
Yeah.
So and that was it. Like I was finding these little gems.
Oh yeah.
Right. And from the spring, I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Or oh my God, these two cubs were playing in the tree. It's like, and that's the magic of photos is. You relive those moments, right?
You do, yeah. You kind of remember exactly where you were and what you saw, and
it's funny, like
yeah.
I don't even know if I should say this, but but I can remember almost where every single photo was taken.
Right.
Okay, but when it comes to other things that you're supposed to remember,
you're regular.
No, but you forget.
Birthdays.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to like more on the personal side of things.
Yeah.
It's like, and you get in trouble for.
Yes, yes, you do.
But I can remember exactly what tree that cub ran up and stopped on what branch.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You probably could drive right back there.
Exactly. So,
exactly.
But that's what it's all about, bringing back memories, right? So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially, those bears. I know we talked about those bears, but that was just an amazing experience. And it's fun to share that with a group of people too. When you're by yourself and you're so excited, but when you're with a group of people, it's almost even more exciting because you're sharing this experience with people.
Oh, and that's it. And a lot of this stuff people will never get to see. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
Right, yeah. And you said that day, I remember, right? Like,
yeah.
It was like... this is an unbelievable experience. Let's capture this right now.
Yeah,
right?
and you guys, and I think I actually said you will probably never ever see this again.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, for sure.
So it's Anyways.
Yeah.
So moving forward, this year is going to be a busy one, and I think especially starting in May, it's I think my May is booked. Between workshops. Personal trips, and actually there's a really cool conference. It's called the Light Chasers Nature Photography Conference, and it's being held in Pincher Creek.
Yeah, first annual.
First annual, yes.
I hope it's annual.
Yes, and Mr. Shane Turgeon is the gentleman that put this on. It's May 27th to the 29th, and tickets are actually on sale right now.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
I got mine.
There's a discount too. If you use Joe Desjardins 10, you'll get an additional 10% off on the ticket purchase. And right now, it's an early bird price too.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's in that $275 right now until February 28th. And then after that, it's going to go up to $350. So just keep that in mind. And so here are the list of speakers so far. We've got Adam Gibbs, who is the keynote.
Yep, no relation.
No relation. We got Victoria Hack. We've got Mark Jinks. We got Monica Devitt. We have myself. And we've got Curtis Jones. So there are 6 of the 10, you know, that are going to be at that conference. Mr. Shane says, you know, stay tuned for more exciting speakers to be announced soon.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to see who the other 4 are.
Yeah.
I will be actually at every speaker's speaking engagement.
Yeah, me too.
Because I really want to see, I want to hear from these guys here.
I got my ticket already, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
I think you've got your hotel booked too in Pincher there.
Good to go.
So again, I was correct. Advanced ticket sales on until February 28th, saving $75. And if you use my discount code JoeDesjardins10, you'll get an additional 10 on top of that. So
nice.
Very good deal. So check out the website. It's lightchasersconference.com. And if you have any questions, reach out to myself or to Shane Turgeon direct, or any one of the speakers. I'm sure they'd be happy to
for sure,
give you the information you need.
Yeah, you can find them all over Instagram. I mean,
they're all over. Yeah,
reach out to them that way too.
Follow all those guys. Yeah, for sure. So that's the end of May.
Yeah, it's
and
exciting.
Then after that, I'm on a personal trip.
Nice.
Well, you and I are on a personal trip for bears and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Moving in to the summer, again, tends to be a little slow, you know, but we might be coming up with a workshop of our own, the Nature Photo Guys workshop. Okay, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
And then, we're right back in the fall.
Yeah,
so,
it's going to be like, we're going to hit the fall faster than we think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I forgot to mention too, I have a workshop in June and I'll have 2 in September. So keep that in mind if you're interested. So, I mean, right now, like we said, this year, we're going to really concentrate on video.
I think so, yeah.
So, did you want to do that right now, Chris? Did you want to kind of show them your run and gun setup, or do you want to keep that for another video?
Yeah, I can talk about it a little bit, give a bit of a hint, but let's make it a different video or whatever. We can actually show them exactly what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, the whole, as you know, I have the Canon R5 now, so I'm definitely thinking more of a hybrid scenario.
That's right.
Still taking photos, but also shooting video. And you'll see the setup that I'm working on. I want a more of a run and gun scenario.
That's right.
We're going through the trees. We're going. Yeah. You don't want to be carrying all this gear for that scenario. So I'm trying to get it as compact as possible. Got some ideas, and I'll show you in a future video. And I'd love to hear of any suggestions as well, because.
Well, it's constantly evolving. Right?
Oh, it is totally. Yeah.
Right now, I'm still working both. I'm using 2 camera brands. Sometimes it's just one. Yeah. Sometimes it's just the other. But all my video you see right now is being shot on the Lumix G9. Because it's a crazy good stills photo camera.
Sure. Yeah.
But the video.
Yeah, the video you're getting out of it is amazing.
Yeah. So Chris does a lot of the video editing. Okay, never mind. Chris does all the video editing, okay? I tried.
You're getting there.
I try and edit the little iPhone clips, okay?
Yes.
But
he's a master social media guy.
Yeah, for sure. No. Anyways, so Chris has told me that the feedback from it, has been really well received, right? Like it's good. So and this year, I went to a video head. One of those self-leveling video heads, right? So it was easy to just drop the tripod, level it, and go. So I was able to get some really smooth video and stuff. Because, in the past, we were trying to handhold, right?
Well, I was still doing that in the fall, right? I had the R5. It's got the stabilization built into it. I was hand-holding it. Stabilization's amazing.
Yeah.
But nothing beats the tripod, especially your video that you were getting.
Yeah.
It's completely stabilized, right? So
It is, and like just the smooth panning and everything. And this is just basic video 101. I mean, we're not teaching or saying anything that's new.
Nope.
I mean, people have been doing this for 20 plus years, you know?
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Or 30
yeah,
or whatever.
nothing's new.
It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
this is stuff that we're transitioning to. I've been really trying to like put off video. Like
I know,
I didn't want to get to video because it's an entirely new world. I mean, Chris talks and it's blah, 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 blah. It's, you know what, like Peanuts?
Oh yeah,
You know,
Charlie Brown's teacher.
The teacher, and like it makes no sense to me, but I'm slowly learning.
You're figuring stuff out.
Well,
for
I'm
sure,
figuring
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
out, right?
Just
You know?
like me in photography, right? When you talk, I
I know you're still learning how to take a
yeah.
picture, but you know, it's all good. So I've had that kind of block, right? But
Sure.
you know, with Chris's help and Chris showing me the setup, you know, going to external monitors to help with, you know, seeing, you know, focus and what you're capturing, and or actually even recording video to it, you know.
Yeah, and then, you know, really as we get older, I mean, our eyes are starting to go a little bit.
I don't even want to go there.
So the bigger the screen helps in that case too,
Yeah.
because you know what, the last thing you want to do is capture this amazing experience,
Yeah.
and you get home and it's completely out of focus.
Yeah.
That's not a fun scenario,
Yeah,
right?
and these are progressives, but I mean, my eyesight isn't all that bad. But that screen, well, what size screens are those?
Like 7 inches or
7
whatever.
inch, yeah. So having that just above the camera and to see that, like that's just, that's
Yeah.
mind blowing. You
For
know what
sure.
I mean? So it works really well that way. So.
Yep.
I don't know, Chris. Maybe we'll just wrap up this quick little talk.
Sure,
Guys, it's just basically a little introduction to let you know what's going to go on this year.
The happenings
right?
of coming up here, yeah, for
The
sure.
Nature Photo guys. Chris actually got me this very cool Christmas mug. You can see it, the Nature Photo guys mug.
there you go.
So you got this for me for Christmas. So,
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Pretty excited about this. I don't know. Maybe one of these days we'll have a swag store or something.
Hey, there you go.
know?
Yeah.
Again, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Again, kind of apologize for this past year, like especially the last 2 or 3 months, right? You know.
Yeah, we were kind of not around much. So
We weren't around much, and we're so excited. And you know, Chris and I are talking every day. It's like we got to get to this. Got to get to this.
Yeah.
But Chris sounded like a totally different person. You know what I mean?
you wouldn't have recognized me. Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, when you're sick and you're down and out, and
Yeah.
you just want to, you know, get to bed or lay on the couch or just something. You're exhausted and
Yeah,
stuff.
no
but-
energy. Yeah, it's not
and-
fun.
And that's it. And it's not really an excuse, guys, but
No.
we just kind of wanted to give
Yes,
you an
it is.
idea of where
No.
we were. It was because of that.
Yes.
But you know, we wanted to give you an idea of where we're at. So channel's definitely not finished. We're really excited to get things ramped up again.
Oh, for sure.
Get some adventures in the books, and we're actually going to start doing some interviews. We're going to start interviewing people and interviewing people out in the field, people that we come across out in the field. You know, some
absolutely.
some quick clips for maybe introductions or what they're doing or shout outs, right?
Oh, for sure.
You know, 100%. So that's where we're at, guys. We're just going to wrap things up. So again, really appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get to a certain point where YouTube will actually look at us seriously, right? I guess is what
for
it
sure,
is.
yeah.
Getting to 1,000 subs and about 4,000 watch hours.
Yep.
And then that way there we can start looking at, possibly, moving into YouTube a little more on a full-time basis.
Yeah, we'd like to expand this a lot more. And I mean, really, like you said, we haven't been around the last few months, but this year, honestly, I think that we have lots of plans and just,
Things are already scheduled, all this kind of stuff.
We've got lots of plans, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out.
Yeah, for sure. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us on the Nature Photo Guys podcast. If you have any questions, contact us at info@thenaturePhotoGuys.ca or message us on Facebook and Instagram at the Nature Photo Guys Podcast. Visit YouTube and subscribe to our channel to watch all our latest videos. Or follow and listen to our latest podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on our website at thenaturePhotoGuys.ca. We'll catch you next time on the Nature Photo Guys podcast.